last Friday's Times of India, and the title is Fasting Could Give You a Shot Against Diabetes. And see, fasting people used to do as religious and spiritual tradition, but people have moved away from it. They think, oh, you know, that's old-fashioned and all that. So I'm going to read the article to you. How's that? Would you like to hear the article? It's very key, because you know, there's a 1 meal a day movement starting in the world and all kinds of things, because the general thought is that probably, most of us probably eat more than we need because we like to eat and it helps with stress. And there's so many reasons that we eat other than just, you know, nutrition, which is fine. It should be part pleasure, part nutrition. So let me read this and we can talk about it. Fasting could give you a shot against diabetes. This was from New Delhi. Intermittent fasting, if used scientifically, may help control diabetes. A group of researchers from Canada have made this claim after finding significant success in getting at least 3 long-term diabetics off of insulin within a year of putting them on therapeutic fasting. Doctors, however, warn that as the results are from a trial, no one should try it independently as yet. Simply put, therapeutic fasting means following a controlled and voluntary abstinence from all calorie-containing food and drinks for a specific period of time. Under the trial, the patients consumed dinner on fasting days, whereas on non-fasting days, they had both lunch and dinner. So some of the fasting days, they had just dinner. Low carbohydrate dinner was recommended when eating meals. Low carbohydrate diet was recommended when eating meals. Patients were also allowed to drink unlimited amounts of very low calorie fluid, such as water and tea on fasting days. And a general multivitamin supplement was encouraged to provide adequate micronutrients. In the case of the Canadian research published recently in British Medical Journal, patient 1, a 40-year-old man diagnosed with diabetes for 20 years, and patient number 2, a 52-year-old man suffering from diabetes for 25 years. They fasted 3 times a week for 24 hours for 7 and 11 months, respectively. Patient 3, a 67-year-old man diagnosed with diabetes for 10 years, fasted for 24 hours on alternate days. So sometimes they would not eat for a whole day. While prior to therapeutic fasting, all 3 patients were on regular insulin injections. After the trials, they were able to discontinue it. They could discontinue it. Both patients 2 and 3 discontinued all medications entirely. Patient number 1 discontinued 3 out of 4 medications after the fasting regime. Patient 1 had a 12% weight loss and 13% waist circumference reduction. That would be like your waistline circumference. Patient 2 and patient 3 lost 18% and 10% weight respectively. So diet, just controlled diet, people were losing weight and their sugar obviously was dropping. Medically supervised therapeutic fasting regimens can help reverse type 2 diabetes and minimize the use of pharmacological and possibly surgical intervention in diabetics. The researchers concluded in the study published in the British Medical Journal, Dr. Anup Misra, chairman of Fortis C, DOC of Excellence for Diabetes, Metabolic Diseases and Endocrinology, said diet restrictions are difficult to follow in the long term. So, you know, we're not used to that, so it feels very difficult. I think people could start very easily, not by fasting 24 hours, but by eating something you could limit the calorie intake as opposed to not having anything. I'd say if you had a big feast with your family or something for some holiday, then maybe the next day you would drink water and you would fast for 24 hours, or at least half the day. You'd eat something maybe at noon, you'd drink a lot of water, you could have tea, maybe even a piece of fruit. But in general, during the week, I think that snacks could be cut out. I mean, you could really start to look at what you eat. And the way they say to do this is to keep a journal. You write down everything you eat. You have paper with you and pen every time. So even if you have a pack of potato chips or whatever it is, I drank a glass of orange juice, I had a Coke, I ate porridge, I had sampa, I had with milk, I had with butter, I had cookies at a party, whatever. You could start to analyze what you eat. And if you're perfectly happy with your weight and you have all of your chemistry is fine, there's probably no reason to do it except if you're feeling sluggish. And sometimes you can feel very sluggish when you eat too many calories. In other words, you can feel more tired without really knowing why. Because everyone who fasts, and I've been with people who fast, they say they get so much energy. And then with a 10%, 12% weight reduction, everybody said they feel like they have more energy. So that's, yes. Yes? Wow. Okay. And what kind of results have you had? And have you lost pounds? 33. 33 pounds, just limited fasting. That's great. That's pretty right on. Yeah. So you see, you're able to impart your own experience with it. You know, the evidence is showing that what you're doing is actually a good thing. So I just wanted to pass it on because there's another movement going on in the world today called 1 meal a day. Now that doesn't mean strictly you just eat lunch and you have nothing else. It means really that you eat more at that time whenever you decide maybe your 1 meal a day is going to be in the evening or maybe it'll be at lunchtime. But you have maybe fruit, or if you eat curd, you could have some curd, or you could have cereal, maybe some porridge or oatmeal with, milk, and not put butter. You could fill yourself with stuff like porridge and sampa, really, if you don't put a lot of stuff in it. So if you're hungry, you could eat that, and you're not going to really put on a lot of weight. So people often say, when I'm hungry, what am I going to do? Well, that's the thing. I mean, salads are hard here. If you could cut up cucumbers, and you could make a small dressing for it, cucumbers, carrots, tomatoes, because it's raw usually, and it provides fiber, so you'll flush out extra. So we can keep talking about it, and you can try things. I mean, I'm here for another month, so if you try things, let me know. If it makes you feel better, let me know. If it makes you feel worse, let me know. And it's all it's worth discussing. Because we discuss these things in my class in California too, and people have all kinds of things that have worked, and they share the class. And the main thing is cereal, oatmeal, or chopped apples, cucumbers, carrots, that kind of thing helps people feel full, and it also gives them the nutrients they need. And sometimes you crave things because we're so used to eating, you crave. If you're really craving for something, you could have a small bit of it instead of, like rice. I know people crave rice, and if you eat too much rice, it converts to your body as sugar. Rice converts as glucose. And so if you have extra glucose than you burn, it stores as fat. So rice is a prime example. Too much bread. Brown rice, like I say, slows down. It's got more fiber. It's more like eating veggies if you eat brown rice. And I know people aren't used to that. So you could try eating brown rice. See what you think. That's mostly what I eat, except when I'm here I eat a little bit of white rice, because it's harder to come by. They don't serve it in too many places here, brown rice. So anyway, any questions at all? I mean, and all of that helps with your skeleton too. Back pain, hip pain, all of it. If you carry even an extra 5 pounds, it makes a difference on your skeleton. Just think of it as a car that you're putting too much weight on. It gets sluggish. It goes over the railroad tracks, but it goes. That's kind of how we are too. We're all like that. So let's start with a back opener, a simple back opener that I think everybody can do. And then we can move into a version of sun salutation, a very slow version of sun salutation. And if you're used to doing a fast version of sun salutation, I would welcome you to do it. And Don't feel self-conscious if you want to move faster than we're moving. So first I want to start off in child's pose. So I want you to take your knees as wide as the mat, and if it hurts your knees in any way, put a blanket under your knees. You don't have to be rough. How are you doing, Ani? Yeah? Yeah? You want to get the show on the road, huh? Yeah. Okay, so bring your buttocks back to your heels. Now some of you can come down, and some of you it's difficult for your knees or another reason. And I always say, let's examine why it doesn't work for you, you know, because that's the only way you make progress. So if it's difficult to come back, it's worthwhile to figure out in your body why. Is it from an old injury? Is it because your knee's not flexible? Is it because your low back hurts? And all of those are worth examining, you know what I mean? So we're coming back. Now, Chiyozo, do you feel your back opening? Your knees, take your knees as wide as the mat. Wide, wide knees. And you might, if your knees hurt on the, put a blanket underneath. And then you come forward. And this opens your back up. Does anyone not feel that opens your back a little bit? Does anyone not feel that opens your back? Now, if it doesn't, you should tell me, because we're going to work on it. So, Dolker, I think, yeah, if you, come down to your elbows. Just come to your elbows. You're fine. I have a cold. I have one of these viruses going around in my nose, so I'm going to blow my nose a lot. And so don't mind me, I'll be blowing my nose. So Chiyozo, I'm wondering how your back feels when you do this. You know, we talked about it. How does that feel when we do this? Chiyozo. Huh? Yeah, you feel the stretch. And then I'm going to just push you here, and you tell me if it's painful somewhere when I do this or it feels good. Great, yeah. Most people it does because the low back gets congested. So this is a lumbar stretch. I'm pressing on the lowest part of your lumbar, which opens this up. And then this can relax, yeah. Yeah. How are your knees? Good? Great. And let's see, Seton? Can you put your forehead down, your forehead on the ground? Yes, see how that is, yeah? Yeah. Forehead down, And see, this would be good if you have your sister over visiting and you have her pressed down like this. If Kunga's over. Kunga, you see what I'm doing? So you want to help your sister's back, you can do this. Yeah? If you're visiting, I'm telling Kunga. Yeah, okay. Does anybody else want me to press on their back? Would you like me to press on your back a little bit? You want me to press on your back? And you can tell me how it feels. I'm going to press here like this. How does that feel? See, she likes it too. So people with tight backs that have the flexibility in their knees, this feels good. But you always have to ask, you'd never just come up and press. You'd never just press. Now bring your arms back this way with your palm facing up. I'm going to have you do something different, just like this. No, let your elbow come down to the ground. No, whole arm, relax. Other arm, same way. Yeah, and let your shoulders fall forward, yeah. Kunga, do you want me to do that or not? I can see the tops of your feet. You need to put something under the tops of your feet. See this? See this? So we need to put something under. So let's lift up your feet. Both? Yeah. Now come down, yeah. Now, is that better? Yeah. So every time we do this, you need to put something under your feet. Now, you tell me what this feels like when I do this. What does that feel like, Kunga? Does it feel good? Okay, good. Take your arms back like Dickie. Yeah, let them rest. And the other one, and rest. And let them bend the elbow a little bit. Let that get heavy. So let your shoulders spill forward. So this is a pose that you do to analyze. Yes. And so Johnny, tell me what this feels like when I do this. Does that feel good or it doesn't feel good? Can somebody ask Johnny if this feels good? Does it open it up? Does it relax? It should just feel like an extra nice stretch. It should, yeah, he's just, yeah. Huh? I know, but see, I'm putting weight on him, so he has to feel something. It's not supposed to hurt. It's supposed to feel good. How are you doing? Huh? So come forward. Let's see if I can stretch you back. So tell me if this feels good or not, Doma. Does? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just putting the weight of my arms for it. I'm not sitting on you. So this is something you could ask someone at home to do, and regularly this will give you more stretch in the lumbar. Yeah. Now how about you, Dolker? You want me to do it? Well, try. Let's see. Go forward onto your forearms. Go forward. Go forward. I'm going to give you a little bit. What's that like? What's that like? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's a good sign that it's good, even if it's not a lot. You know, some people you'll press them there and it really goes right into their knees, and you know not to go any further. Okay, Ani, let's try. Let's see what this feels like. Okay, all right, put your head down. I'm going slow. What's that feel like? Knee pain. See, now, she's an example. Ani's an example. Excuse me, everybody. Ani, I pressed on her back and it's going into her knee. So she's somebody that I wouldn't put too much weight on, because it means the knee's flexing more and it's bothering her knee. So her pose is fine like this. She's down low enough. I just thought I'd help her open this a bit. What does that feel like, Ani? Too much in the knee too? Even that? Yeah? Okay. How about this? How about when I do this? What does that feel like? Your foot? Okay, okay, but anybody with foot pain, what are you supposed to do with foot pain? Yes. So Ani, pick up your feet. Pick up your feet. Pick them both up. Pick up your feet. Okay, now let's try. Is that better? So bring your forehead. Bring your forehead down. And what's that like? No, it's okay. So now it's not going into your knees? See, people have to be really clear. What? Your foot. How is it with the padding under the foot? Better? Is it the left foot? This is your left foot. This one? Is that painful when I do that? So her feet are tight. I pressed on her sole and she went, whoa! Good for you to spend time getting your feet more flexible. Like this, yeah. Like this. And come like this and bring your buttocks back. You can be like this or like this. As long as the foot, does it feel okay now? You feel it? It's okay. Eventually you shouldn't feel this. Is everybody okay sitting? Now I know Kanga has a hard time like this. Does anybody else have a hard time with their feet here? Because it does transfer to the back and the knees. People who have open feet usually don't have the problem in their knees. So it takes a while though. But work on it in your room, or when you're sitting down to meditate, you can always do this. It's a good one. Because what happens when this doesn't open anymore, when this doesn't open like this, it stays like this. And as people age, they walk like this. You see that? Because they don't have the movement in their ankle. And it happens to so many people. You could just go to the airport and watch people walk like this. And it's not, that we want to make fun. We're just trying to analyze, why would a human being end up like this? And we just don't do enough stretching. And if people swam every day, if you could swim every day, and then maybe you could do maybe 25 sun salutations every day, you probably wouldn't have that stiffness. Because swimming would help, and then you'd get the tone from, but we all don't have lives where we can do that. So, my feet were like that. when I started yoga. And I had to I practiced at home a lot. I would sit down in front, maybe I'd watch part of a TV program like this. Or if I was doing my meditation, I would sit like this. And I would hardly wait to get up because my feet would hurt. After a while, it didn't hurt anymore. So it's a kind of a goal, but you shouldn't whip yourself if it's not happening fast. So the back, how does your back feel after you just did that one simple stretch, Chiotso? So you could do that at home, and your back feels terrible. It's just great to do this. When your back, everybody come on to tabletop, let's just do one of these. And then we're going to work on our abdomen here tonight. So your knees are as wide as your mat, or it can be closer in. Maybe you like your knees closer, but you bring your buttocks back. And your hands, you can stretch them out even further, and then bring your forehead down. And then you can either relax your hands, or what I like to do is to put my fingertips, really come up on the fingertips, because it'll make your arms strong. So I'll show you here, Dolma and Dicky. The people who like the Surya Namaskar, so you'd come down like this and use the tips of your fingers like this and bring your forehead to the floor. See this? So you're using a lot of the arm, upper arm, elbow, and you're pushing in. You're getting yes, just like that, Chiotso. Yes, Dicky. Yes, Setan. Yes, Dolma. Yes, Doker. Good. Ani. Nice. It really helps your back. You press in, you get your arms really long. What you do is you crawl your arms forward as far as you can get your hands out there, and then you spread and you're on the fingertips. And the upper arms work, the elbows, the shoulders open. It really is worthwhile. Excuse me, everybody. How are you doing, Karma? Are all of these just easy for you? So she's sitting with her, this is a prime thing, she's sitting with her feet out, which is a lot of situations that kids learn is to put their feet out like that. The hips like this, with the feet like this, sickled. You really want to bring the feet back straight. So a lot of kids learn to sit like that, and they have to relearn it when they get older. So can you bring your feet back like this, Karma? Can you bring your feet like this? Instead of out, bring them back. Yeah, Johnny, you want to show her? Yes. Does that hurt her to do that, or is that fine? Okay, good. Okay. So that's a good way for you to sit because it works your ankle a little better. How's that? Okay, so everybody, let's work on abdomen because abdomen is really associated with your back. So let's everybody get a block. Everybody needs a block. Okay, so we're going to come down on our backs with the block. And we're going to put the block in between the knees. And you're going to squeeze the knees in. So you hold the block with your knees. And you take your arms up above your head. You inhale and you reach for your toes. And you come back. Inhale, exhale, pull your belly in. And we're going to keep going up above and reach for your toes. And up above and reach for your toes. And bring your arms way up, exhale, pull your belly in and reach, and keep squeezing the block. Inhaling and exhaling. Yep. So arms come way back, inhale, exhale, reach for your feet. Inhale, come back, exhale, reach for your feet. Inhale, come back, exhale, reach for your feet. Inhale, come up, exhale, reach for your feet, squeeze the block. Inhale, come up, exhale, reach for your feet. Inhale, come up, exhale, reach for your feet. And now come down for a moment because I see everybody has their block in different places. Breathe. Anybody feel your abdomen working? Abdomen, trying to get those, engage the abdominal muscles. So the next thing I want you to do is put it in between like this, up on your thighs. Squeeze it at the top of your thighs. And it's in like this now, yeah. So see how I have it almost to my pubic bone. I have it up there, right? Okay, so bring your knees in, and you're squeezing the block. Keep squeezing the block and take your feet up. Straight up, yeah. Tell them the block needs to be the other way. Long way. Well, yeah. No, not the other way. No, it's okay, yeah. Okay, like that. Squeeze in. Now, take your arms up above your head. Exhale, reach for your toes. Inhale, come up. Squeeze the block and reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come up. Squeeze the block. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, pull the belly in. Reach. Inhale, come up. Squeeze the block. Reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, pull the belly in. Reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, pull the belly in. Reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come in. Squeeze the block. And one more time. Reach up. Exhale, pull the block in and reach, and take your feet to the mat. Take the block off. And take your feet as wide as the mat and let your knees cave into each other. Take your knee, yeah, so you get a soft belly. Put your hands on your belly now. Breathe in, let your belly come up. Exhale, let your belly fall back down. Long exhale. Inhale, take your breath in, belly comes up. Exhale, relax. So, the blood flow is increased to your abdomen. So it helps the muscles of your abdomen, but it also brings extra blood flow into your organs, into your intestines, in towards your liver, your gallbladder, pancreas. You get an extra blood flow there when you do this. And you might feel these abdominal muscles tomorrow, but you're not hurt. You feel maybe pain, but it's a reawakening of those muscles. So let's try it again. Let's take the block in between the thighs, and now bend the knees this time. And squeeze the block. Now inhale, take your arms up above. Now my knees are bent, my feet are flexed. Squeeze the block. Take a deep breath in while your arms are above your head. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach on the sides, yeah. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, pull the belly in, reach. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Breathe. You can hold your belly here and breathe. Hold your belly. Hold it in, squeeze the block, and then come on back. Take your feet down and pause. You keep the block on now. Just squeeze the block and let your legs relax. Breathe. Good job, everybody. Now let's put the block, squeeze your feet in. Squeeze your feet. Squeeze the feet. Touch your thighs behind, yeah. And squeeze the block. Bring your toes toward your face. Yeah, now take your arms up above your head. Exhale, reach for your toes. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze the block and reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze the block. Come on back. Inhale, up above. Exhale, pull your belly in and reach. You can hold it even for a few minutes. Hold it, pull the belly in, then inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more now. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze the block. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze the block. And take the block down and pause and breathe. Straighten your legs out. Straighten your legs out. Take your arms up above your head. Interlock your thumbs and pull your thumbs apart. So you feel a stretch in the upper arms and your rib cage is lengthening. Hooking your thumbs, pull the thumbs apart. Hold on with your thumbs and pull. Deep breath in and exhale. Now hook your thumbs the other way and pull again. Pull, pull, pull. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, pull the thumbs apart. Pull the thumbs apart. And now bring your feet to the mat and bring your knees to your chest and rock from side to side. Rock from side to side. Yep. Inhaling and exhaling, everybody. Inhaling and exhaling. And now take your feet up, and this, if you're tender on your back, you probably should wait till you have something underneath, but I'm going to sit up, roll up. Pull your belly in. Good. Good. So, you know, you can practice with something at home. You can even, if you have a mat at home, you can even roll the mat up and squeeze it between your legs and come up like that. If you're squeezing something, it really makes you work the abdomen a little bit more. So you can feel that, and you can work it to different levels. You know, you can start reaching to the side. We didn't do that tonight, but you want to keep working the abdomen? Are you in the mood to keep working your abdomen? Okay, let's do another set, and then we'll move on from there. So let's take the block and squeeze the thighs in and bend your knees. And you can move it up. You can have it long like this. So, you know, see what check it out. Which is the best way? You can take it up to your knees. See this? Now, inhale your arms up. Your knees are bent like at chest level. Exhale, now reach out to the left. Left with your hands. Then come back. Inhale, up above. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach to the left. Keep squeezing the block. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, both hands go to the left. Pull the belly in. Inhale, up above your head. Exhale, come on over. Yeah. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. Pull the belly in. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the left. And inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come up. Your feet, you don't want your knees bent. You want to keep a right angle here. See how my legs are? That's why I'm squeezing the block. Yes. Okay, so everybody come down. I see everybody's legs are bending. Good, good. Pause. Pause. Okay, take the block in your hands now. Horizontally. You can see what I'm doing here. I want you to squeeze your hands and inhale up above your head and squeeze the block. And breathe, squeezing the block so your abdomen, after you're doing those exercises, your abdomen gets long and your rib cage gets long, and of course it helps your back. So deep breath in here, exhale, pull your belly in and come up towards your knees like this. Yes, pull the belly in. Inhale, go up above your head with the block. Exhale, pull the belly in and bring the block towards your knees. Inhale, come up above your head. Exhale, bring the block to your knees. And then inhale, come up again. Exhale, squeeze the belly and reach. Inhale, come up above your head. Exhale, pull the belly in and reach for your knees. Now bend your knees a little bit. And inhale, come up, and exhale, come up to your knees. Inhale, come up above your head. Exhale, come just above your knees. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come forward. And inhale, come up. Now, Ani, is your shoulder bothering you? Is that why you're stopping? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Pause, everybody. Breathe. Put your feet down. Take your feet as wide as the mat and let your knees cave into each other. Take your palms down with your knuckles on the floor like you're going into Shavasana, and rest your arms. Close your eyes and breathe. Take deep breaths. Really, really exercise your lungs here. Deep breath and long exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. And inhale. Okay, we can put the block to the side, roll over onto your right side, and with your left hand, push yourself up to seated position again. So I don't know, you can work that to all levels. That was kind of an intro for the blocks for the abdomen, but there's other things that we could do. But did some of you feel like it kind of got into that area a little bit? And if you know a real strong abdominal pose, and you don't feel that this pose is reaching it, just let me know. We're all open. We can all be teachers. You know a really great abdominal pose, bring it on, as they say, let's see it. Yeah. Okay, so let's do some back openers, and we're going to move into a slow version of Surya Namaskar, which is sun salutation. So come down, open up your hands here, and the tops of your feet flat. And drop your chin to your chest and pause. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. And so your arms are straight. You have a tabletop position of your back. Your head is hanging. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, come up. And exhale, chin to chest. Now turn your toes under and come into downward facing dog. Come up. And see if you can get your heels back to the mat. Now that's not important now, but you're trying to get your heels down. And your head is hanging, you're pushing. It's like someone told you to lengthen the mat with your hands. So your arms become so straight. Yes. Yes, that's better, yes. Just let your head go. Let your head drop. Yeah, let your head drop. Yes, yes. Now you're slipping on there, right? Sometimes it's slick, isn't it? So bring your hands back a little. Take your feet a little wider. It's probably a little safer not to use this. It's probably better to use this. This will hold you better, yeah. You can put it under your knees. It can be under your knees, yeah. I just don't want your hands slipping on a blanket. You don't get really much traction with a blanket. Ani, is there a reason you're using the blanket? Here, let's take this off if you don't mind. It's safer to not use this for your hands. Use your hands here if you can, yeah. Yeah, and take your feet back further, Ani, yeah. Yeah, And a little closer together, and back further, back. Come up on your toes. Come way up on your toes. Can you come up on your toes? Like this. So take your feet back and come up like, yes, come way up. Yes, and then push back. So you don't want your feet like this. You want them more straight. Come on, you're doing great. Come on up, and then back. Good. Yes, you feel that? You feel that? Let your head be soft. Yeah. Okay. Everybody come up on your toes. Come up on your toes, way up. Raise your seat up. And exhale, push back into your heels. Ah, nice. Some of you, I'm going to come along and have you come back a little more. Oh, there you go. Breathe. Yes, yes, yes. Some of you, I'll come around, lengthen your back a little bit. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to lengthen your back. Good. And you want your arms, these elbows, inner elbow coming toward each other. Yeah, your arms are coming down too far. Yeah, you want your arms. So you want to pull the belly in, use the tailbone and the arms. You're very flexible, so you have a tendency to want to just collapse on the mat. And that shows flexibility, but over time it might cause problems. So what you want to do is, whose mat is this? Nobody's here on this mat? Okay, so you don't want to come down with your arms. You want to keep your arms high, and you want to be able to get your head down. So let your arms come out in front of you more. See what my arms are doing? Let them come out and let your head come down, but they should remain straight. Yes. So it's okay if your head doesn't touch right away. That's not, yeah. So push into the floor. Push the floor away from you. Stay strong in the arms. Yes. Yes. Yes, better. Now pull your belly in and reach up with it. No, pull the belly in. Yes, and reach with this. Yes, it feels different because you're used to letting this go here. She's very flexible, and she's very flexible. So she's releasing here, and she needs to get this really strong here, like this. So let these buttock bones go back. Pull your belly in and tighten your thighs. Use your legs. Yeah. you feel the difference? Yeah. So it's so easy for you because you go into the other thing because you're flexible, but try to work this, it'll help you. Yeah. Okay, Johnny, yeah, looks strong, looks strong. See Johnny's arms? His head is coming down, just so people can see. He's very flexible, but he has the strength in his arms, and his arms are staying just so strong. Okay, can I show? Will you demonstrate? Come into downward dog again. Can you come in? Now again, his arms are strong, and he's coming back, and I'm gonna give him a little push. Woo! He feels that. So he's very flexible. Okay. So it's, when I'm talking to Dolma, I'm not trying to say, oh, you're doing this all wrong. And she's doing it very well. But pointers to make her be stronger, because if she does this for the next 20 years, she's going to start to get shoulder pain because she didn't use the strength in her shoulder. She's leaning off of it. It looks very flexible because she has the ability to do that. But she wants to get the strength. She's very flexible. Flexible people need strength. Strong people need flexibility. This is done a lot of times in the morning time, but you can do it any time really, because you're saluting the energy in the world. It's a religious, it's spiritual, connecting. Okay, so take your arms out like this. So your chest is open, and you inhale coming up. And you can kind of just touch your hands for a moment, but they don't stay. Then exhale, it's like you're diving. Exhale, forward fold. Salute to the sun. You look down, and then you arch up and inhale. So this is tabletop. That's the next move. So you're down, and you arch up and inhale. Then you exhale, you fold one more time to get your hands to the floor. That's what you do, getting your hands. Then you inhale, step or jump your feet back behind you. Then you exhale down to the mat. Now you can use your knees, or you can come down like this. You can come down right onto your chest. And then you inhale, you can come up cobra, and then downward dog. Upward facing dog is when you put the tops of your feet down like this and you lift up. Thighs come up. Tops of the feet. So that's a back exercise. This is upward dog, this is downward dog. Everybody come into downward dog. Breathe. And breathe. Let your head drop. Shake your head yes and no, and then look at your hands and walk, jump, or step your feet between your hands. Arch up and inhale. So if it's difficult with your hamstrings here, you put your hands like this. Otherwise, you can keep your hands here, arch up and inhale, exhale, fold again, pulling the belly in when you fold, and then inhale, take your arms up, inhale up, exhale down, hands in namaste. Or you could say tashi delek, I mean namaste. It's a greeting to yourself, it's a way of greeting. Hello, hello, heart center, hello. Me, I'm connecting to the sun. So however you want to say it, you can say tashi delek if you wish, namaste, or hello. Hello. Okay. Okay, so then inhale coming up. Inhale coming up. Exhale, forward fold, salute to the sun. Then you arch up and inhale. Then you exhale, fold again. Then you inhale, step or jump your feet back. Then you exhale down all the way to the mat. And then you put your hands right outside, kind of where your breasts are, and you inhale, cobra. You can keep your knees down for cobra, yeah? Cobra. And then you can do upward facing dog, which is tops of the feet. Upward dog, exhale, downward dog. But that's a choice. If it doesn't come, you don't have to do it. Breathe. Spread your fingers. Spread your fingers. Let your head drop. Push your seat back to the wall behind you, as though someone said, take your sit bones, those bones in your buttocks, take them back to the wall behind you. Look up to your hands. Walk, jump, or step your feet between your hands. Arch up and inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale, coming up. Exhale down, hands and namaste. So you pause and breathe. And if you're really used to doing these and you just want to start again while the rest of us breathe, you can. So if you're used to just going into Surya Namaskar, do. But if you're just starting, let's breathe. I'm all about breathing. So put your hands in honoring position. So you're honoring your own heart center. Yeah, you're honoring. You're aware that everybody's been through many things in this lifetime, and say it's okay. I'm still here. I'm having a good day. I can still do sun salutation. Breathe. Your heart rate picks up. Tighten your thighs, your kneecaps lift. You can move your head around. Observe the heat. You start feeling a little bit of heat. Spread the toes. Take your hands down. This is how you welcome the sun, energy of the sun. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, forward fold. Salute to the sun. Arch up and inhale. So you can put your hands here or your hands are on the floor. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, step or jump your feet back. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, come up, cobra. If you want to just go into downward dog from here, you can. Or you can do upward facing dog. And then inhale, downward dog, and breathe. Take your head yes and no. And I'm going to come and stretch some of you back a little bit. Good, breathe a lot, breathe. Because you're moving, it's considered a flow. Is anybody cold doing sun salutation? Anybody getting cold? How's that? Nice stretch to the legs. Yeah, legs. Good one, good one. Let your head drop, breathe a lot. If you're used to just coming back up, then don't wait for me, just come on up. Yeah, especially if you have a faster pace that you prefer. That's fine. It's, I wouldn't start off teaching people in a fast pace, but we could move in to do 25 of them. By the end of the class, maybe we'll just do 25 of those. Okay, everybody walk, jump, or step your feet between your hands. Arch up and inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, coming up. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, your arms down, hands in namaste. Tashi Delek. Breathe. If you're particularly tired, you can always come into child's pose. Don't think you can't. It's not part of the sun salutation, but let's say you're real tired and you just want to relax a little more. Then you come into a child's pose for a few seconds and then rejoin. So nothing wrong with that. How's it going, Dolma? Is it going okay? You might feel better barefoot. It gives you more traction. And Johnny, I don't know, you might feel better. Okay, walk, jump, or step your feet between your hands. Arch up and inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale, coming up. Reaching up. Oh, reaching up. Exhale, arms down, hands in. Honoring position. Namaste, Tashi Delek. Breathe. Look to the left, look to the right. Look to the left, look to the right. Take your hands all the way over to the right. And look to the left. And now take them all the way over to the left and look to the right. And come back, yeah, good. How's your shoulder when you do that, Ani? Good? And hands here. Okay, so let's take the hands down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, forward fold. Salute to the sun. Arch up and inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale, step or jump your feet back. Exhale down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Okay, this is cobra. Let's pause. So your pubic bone, you want to be strong through your low back here. Tops of the feet are flat, but if you can't do it, you'll have to turn your feet. But let's say your arms, don't straighten them completely. Do about 75%, and you'll see you'll work harder. Yeah, hold it 75%. Yeah. And then look this way. So you don't have, so see if you can bend just 75% dolma in the arms. No, not, you're up on 100% straight, so bend your arms. Huh? No, keep them bent. Yeah, so here like this. Here, this is 100%, right? Straight. You come down, about 75. Let the elbows bend. Breathe. It's a little harder to do. And push back. And now come into downward facing dog. And then walk, jump, or step your feet between your hands. Arch up and inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. Hands in, honoring. Breathe. Breathe a lot. Tighten your thighs and release your thighs. Yeah. Tighten and release. Yeah. Start to do a little swinging. Swing. Yeah. Swing. Yeah. Breathe. Just going to check the time here. Your right knee down. And look at your right knee. Breathe. And now put your hands up on top of the left. Put your hands on your hips. And look up. Breathe. So you're really using your right gluteal, reaching up, and now bring your head forward. Take your hands down. Take your left knee to the mat. Bring your right foot up. Pause. Put your hands here. Inhale up. Exhale, coming down. Bring your buttocks back to your heels. You're sitting on your heels this time. Bring your head to the floor. And now I want you to bring your pubic bone to the floor and straighten out your legs behind you. Good. Now tap the top of the feet. Tap the top. Now if you're tender under your pubic bone, you can put a blanket under your pubic bone. Like if it feels bad, have the pubic bone right here on the floor. Sometimes I use a blanket. Yeah. So we're just going to do one thing here. So you're pushing your pubic bone down and you're taking your arms back like this. Turn your palms up and reach up. Good. Take the chest off the floor, look up, and then exhale, come down, forehead to the floor. And inhale, reach up, squeeze, push back through the toes now. Push through the toes. Good. Exhale, down. And one more time, reach. If you can, bend your knees and reach for your ankles. Good. And then take your knees up if you can. Up. Breathe. Reach. Take the heels up. Heels up. Flex the feet. Take up. And now come on down. Good. Bring your arms in front of you and rest your face and breathe. First, rest your face in one direction and then the other. And now you're going to roll over onto your back. Roll over onto your back. Bring your knees to the mat. Now I like to roll up and back. Rolling up and back, sometimes if it hurts your back, you need extra padding. If you can do it, it's really good for the energy of your back. But don't do it if it's really hurting your bones. You might need an extra mat, you might need blankets. So if that doesn't feel great, just roll from side to side. Just roll from side to side. I have a microphone on me here, so I don't want to roll on top of it, so just roll from side to side. Take your feet to the mat and straighten out your clothes underneath you. Straighten out your waistband. Take your arms down alongside your body with your palms facing the ceiling. Start to drop already. My knees are bent, my feet are on the mat. I'm starting to let go already. The back, let your skin, so walk your shoulder blades underneath you like you were in sand and you're trying to bring your shoulder blades closer, like you're kind of smushing them in sand, and then relax back. Deep breath, exhale. Slide the right leg down, let the right foot fall to the right. Slide the left leg down, let the left foot fall to the left. Now wriggle your right foot, let it fall. Scrub your heels a little bit so you're putting your heels in sand or mud. And then just let everything peel open. Close your eyes, drop. Drop. So hopefully you have your blanket. Yes, let me cover you up. It's very important that you're covered. There we go. Make sure your hands are not on the marble of the floor because it's cold and it's, Let your feet come apart a little bit, So set, and usually we take a blanket we cover up because you get cold when you relax. So you cover up at the end. That's why we have a blanket here. You cover yourself. Good. Yes. 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 Let everything drop back. Let your feet, right foot falls to the right, left to the left. So move around and so that you're comfortable. I see some of you look like you're not really straight on the mat. I'm going to cover you. Are you warm? I'm going to put this on the bottom part of you. How's that? Did she? So you draw an imaginary line from your middle ear to your jawbone. And from that imaginary line, from your middle ear, you can even move your jaw around to affect your middle ear a little bit. And to the jawbone, you visualize the hollowing out of your face as you let go of the muscles. The skin comes in, the muscles drop. Because all day you're interacting with other people, you're talking on the lips together, and then you release, let them soften. And then finally you don't do anything, you just drop. Scalp, let your scalp fall back, your hair fall back. Put your hand up if you're having any pain anywhere. Let the right side of your body fall to the right and the left to the left. Releasing some of the tension, just everyday tension from, the muscles have to have enough tension to keep our bones in order. If our muscles didn't work, we wouldn't have a skeleton. So we need a certain amount of tension, but most of us get a little too much, so we get tight in the skeleton. So when you're laying on the floor like this, it's pretty safe just to let your body expand and visualize all of the room between your bones expanding. Relax. 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 Drop. reclaiming your health, all of the health in your tissues. You may begin to inhale your breath, lengthening and deepening your inhalation, taking your time, wiggling your fingers and your toes, bending your left leg and rolling over onto your right side, and remain curled up in fetal position for a few moments. Pause. So being mindful as you turn, if you're feeling comfortable or uncomfortable in some area, address the discomfort. That's part of being mindful, instead of just rushing through it and saying, oh, well, this pain doesn't matter. It all does really matter in the end. Relaxing in fetal position, which is the position we all started out in. So it helps to return to that position, because our bodies are pretty familiar with that. We did that, for the first 9 months of our existence inside our mothers. So then take your left hand to the floor and push yourself up to any comfortable seated position. And for just the closing of class. And if anybody has any prayer or poem or anything they want to share at the end of class. I have several that I like, and I won't share tonight, but I will maybe sometimes share a poem with you. Generally, it's honoring the class and honoring your body, whatever it's doing and whatever you're going through. And you honor that happening in all of the people around you, because if you're having lots of things happening in your life, so is all of your people around you. Mentally thank everyone for being here. And then to each of you, this Monday evening, I bid namaste, tashi Delek. An American holiday, and Tom and I have been invited by some other Americans down in Dharamsala to go for what they call Thanksgiving. Have you heard of that? We have our Thanksgiving, which is a gratitude day. It's gratitude for being able to have enough food, and gratitude for families, and gratitude for spirituality. And it's every November in the United States. So can you pass to people that I won't be here? I'm going to put a sign up that I won't be here Thursday. I'll be here Friday. So we'll have class Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, but not Thursday this week. So pass that around, and I'll put a note up that I'm not here Thursday. And I hope it doesn't inconvenience anybody. I know maybe one or two might come and they don't know about it, and I always feel bad about that. So if you could pass it on, it would help.